Hello everyone. I thought I'd do a quick video to tell you about this really different experience, but it was exciting at the same time. It was on February 8th around 3:45 p.m. and I was taking a shower, and a lot of times my husband comes in and sits on the toilet seat and he visits, and we just sit and talk. And that day I had gone in, and what I do, I always, release all the negative and put a bright light around me, and so I did that. And then I was washing my hair and rinsed it, and then I had closed my eyes and I saw an image, and I looked at myself, okay, see, this is hard to explain. When I closed my eyes, I saw an image, and the image looked just like me. And I thought, well, that's strange. It was like I was looking at myself, and I could see my wet hair, and I thought, well, that's strange. How could I see myself? And then so what I did is I moved my head to the left, and the image that I was seeing moved her head to the left, and then I moved my head to the right, and the image moved their head to the right. And I thought, well, so that is me. I'm watching myself. And I thought, well, that's strange. How could I be watching myself? So I told my husband, I said, I just saw an image of myself, watching myself. And he just sort of chuckled and said, well, that sounds interesting. And then I went about showering, and then this time I was turned facing the shower, and I closed my eyes, and I saw myself again. And I thought, oh, there's myself. But this time I'm not watching myself. I'm seeing myself, but it wasn't me. And I turned my head to the right, and her head didn't move. I turned my head to the left, and her head didn't move. I thought, well, her head didn't move this time. So who is she? I thought, is that my higher self? Or is that my soul? So I thought, well, that's pretty interesting. So then I turned back around, and I thought to myself, well, if that's my soul, and I can observe myself as my soul observing me, and I can observe my soul or my higher self looking at me, then my higher self or my soul can go out of the shower and send me an image of what she sees. So I think to myself, go out of the shower and give me an image of what Byron's doing. So, and that's my husband's name. So I still have my eyes closed, and I get this image of my husband sitting on the toilet seat, and his head is down. So I say to my husband, are you sitting on the toilet seat? He said, yes. And I said, do you have your head down or is it up looking round? And he said, my head's down. And I say, oh wow, okay, cool. So then I say, lift up your right or your left arm and put it up in the air, but don't tell me which arm. So he does. So then he says, okay. So then I think to myself, what arm does Byron have up? And the image comes back to me, his left arm. So I say, you have your left arm up. And he says, yes, I do. I said, okay. So that was pretty cool. So then I say to him, okay, what I want you to do is do something with your hand, but don't tell me what you're doing. You know, make a square, circle, whatever, you know, do whatever you want, and don't tell me what you're doing. He goes, okay. So I said, are you doing it? He says, yeah. So I say, what is Byron doing with his hands? And I get an image, and it appears to me that he's moving his hands in a circle, or maybe a heart shape. Moving one hand in a circle or in a heart shape. So I say, are you moving your hand making a circle or a heart shape? And he says, no, I was just waving it. I said, waving it like what? Like a rainbow, like a windshield wiper? He said, yes. I said, okay. So I said, okay, let's try this. Take either your right hand or your left hand, and cover up your eyes. Cover your eyes with one of your hands. Either one, left or right, doesn't matter. And then just keep it there until I say something. He said, okay. So then I thought, what hand is he covering his eyes with? And then the image comes to me, and I look at the image, and his fingers are facing towards me. So I figured, okay, it must be his right hand. So I say, you're covering your eyes up with your right hand. He said, yes, I am. I know, wow, that is so cool. This is so cool. So I finished taking my shower, and I, of course, thanked my higher self, my soul, for the beautiful images and the wonderful experience. And then I hopped out of the shower, and I tape recorded on a digital recorder what had happened, so that way I wouldn't forget what had happened. And I just happened to go through the recordings, and I found it tonight. So I did a blog post, and now I thought I would do a video. So my question is, have you ever experienced anything like this? And what would you call what had happened? I'm not sure if it was just really good intuition, or if I had quieted my mind enough where I was listening to my heart, my soul, or my higher self send me images of what was going on. I don't know, but I just look forward to more of that happening. I loved the experience. I really enjoyed it. So please share with me if it ever happened to you, and I have a few more other things that has happened the last few months, and I'll do another video later on. So enjoy the week. Have a good one. See ya.